Hello everyone, this is Kiran Kumar, an educator in chemistry. Today we are going to discuss about Heisenberg's uncertainty principle. So the Heisenberg's uncertainty principle is the important consequence of dual nature of electron. The dual nature of electron was proposed by de Broglie, and this Heisenberg's uncertainty principle states that it is impossible to specify at any given moment both the position and momentum of an electron. The position and velocity of an electron cannot be simultaneously determined. That is the Heisenberg's uncertainty principle. In view of this principle, Bohr's model cannot hold good. According to Bohr's atomic model, the electrons revolve around the nucleus in definite circular paths, well-defined paths. So there is a well-defined path for electron according to Bohr's concept. That means Bohr has calculated what the distance of the electron in first orbit from the nucleus as 0.529 angstroms. That is the radius of first orbit of hydrogen atom he calculated. That means he has given exact position of electron. That means according to Bohr's model, as long as electron revolves in first orbit around the nucleus, its distance from the nucleus will be 0.529 angstroms. Okay, that is not correct according to modern concept. That is quantum mechanical model developed by Heisenberg and Schrodinger. Here, in view of this principle, Heisenberg's principle, Bohr's atomic model cannot hold good means, according to Bohr's model, the particle nature of electron was considered. And we can exactly say the position of the electron, that is distance from the nucleus, and also Bohr calculated the velocity of electron in first orbit as 2.18 into 10 power 6 meter per second. That is the velocity of electron in first orbit of hydrogen atom he calculated exactly. So exactly he has said the position of the electron from the nucleus and also the velocity of electron was given by Bohr. So that cannot hold good according to Heisenberg's principle. And according to Heisenberg, an electron is associated with a definite energy. Every electron in the atom is associated with a definite amount of energy, definite quantity of energy. That is, it belongs to a definite energy level. The electron belongs to what? A definite energy level. Okay, and not it belongs to a particular orbit. That means what here? The electron does not belong to a particular orbit, as Bohr has said. As Bohr has said, the electron does not belong to a particular orbit. But according to Heisenberg concept, what is the condition? The electron is associated with definite quantity of energy, as Bohr said, and it belongs to a definite energy level, but not the orbit. Bohr has said what? Electron has definite amount of energy and it belongs to a particular orbit. The particular orbit concept was taken off. That is, it became invalid after dual nature of electron and this Heisenberg's uncertainty principle. And next point, what we have to understand about this is that the product of uncertainty in position of electron and uncertainty in momentum of the electron. The product of uncertainty in position of the electron delta x times delta p. Delta p is what here? Delta p is the momentum, uncertainty in the momentum of the electron. This product is equal to or greater than h by 4 pi. H by 4 pi. That means here the product of delta x and delta p is equal to or greater than h upon 4 pi. This is Heisenberg's uncertainty principle, mathematical expression for Heisenberg's uncertainty principle. Where delta x indicates what here? The uncertainty in position of electron from the nucleus. And delta p is what? The uncertainty in momentum of the electron. And what is the h here? Planck's constant. And also remember that momentum, delta p, the momentum is equal to what? Mass times delta v. Here, delta x is position of the electron and m is mass of the electron. Delta v is uncertainty in velocity of the electron. So here, delta x into product means product of m and v. This will be equal to or greater than h upon 4 pi. That means what we have to understand here. Here, why we did not take delta m? Because the change in mass of electron will be negligible. The change in velocity is observed here, the change in position is observed for the electron, whereas the change in mass of the electron is negligible. So we have taken delta x times mass times delta v, where delta v is uncertainty in velocity of the electron. So from this, if we take the mass this side, we get delta x times delta v equals to h by 4 pi m. M will go here. So delta x times delta v is equal to h upon 4 pi m, where the product of delta x and delta v, the product of delta x and delta v is called the uncertainty product. The uncertainty product is the product of uncertainty in position of electron and uncertainty in velocity of the electron. This is called uncertainty product. So uncertainty product is given by the formula h upon 4 pi m. So what we have to understand from this mathematical expression of Heisenberg's uncertainty principle is that here the product of delta x and delta p is always a positive value. A positive value which is equal to or greater than h upon 4 pi. That means here both delta x and delta p, if you take, if delta x is 0, that is if position of electron is exactly located, when position of electron is exactly located, the delta x value becomes 0. If delta x becomes 0, delta p must be infinite to make this value equal to h upon 4 pi. To make the product of delta x and delta p equal to h upon 4 pi, if delta x becomes 0, delta p must be infinite, and vice versa. That is what, if delta p becomes 0, that means if uncertainty in position of electron becomes 0, that is if momentum is exactly calculated, if velocity is exactly calculated, delta x becomes what? Infinity. To make this product equal to or greater than h upon 4 pi. But according to Bohr's concept, what is the defect? Delta x, that is position of electron, is exactly calculated in every orbit from the nucleus, and delta p, that is velocity, delta v, is also exactly calculated by Niels Bohr. That means what here? The delta x times delta p is equal to h by 4 pi is known as what? Uncertainty principle. Okay, so now here what we have to understand is that where delta x, delta v, if one becomes 0, the other becomes infinity. Okay, so this pair delta x and delta v, this pair of properties will be called the conjugate properties. They are called conjugate properties because delta x and delta v are interdependent. One value depends on the other. If delta x becomes 0, delta v becomes infinity, and vice versa. That's why delta x and delta v are called what here? Conjugate properties of that electron. And here this product is called uncertainty product. So this is what here Heisenberg's uncertainty principle. And what we have to also understand is that important point, what we have to understand is that imagine the nucleus is located at the center of the atom. Around this nucleus, the electrons are revolving. Okay, according to Sommerfeld concept, the electrons are revolving in elliptical path, and according to Niels Bohr's model, Bohr's concept, electrons are revolving in circular orbit, which is the advanced concept here. Elliptical path is advanced concept here. When electron is revolving around the nucleus, imagine electron is at one point. It is electron at one point. When we allow some photon of energy E strikes this electron, some photon strikes what? Electron here. The electron has certain energy, the electron wave has certain energy around the nucleus, and the photon is with some energy which is striking what? The electron around the nucleus. When this photon strikes the electron absorbs some amount of energy from the photon. Some quantity of energy will be absorbed by electron from the photon. And what happens now? The energy of electron, that is kinetic energy of electron, that is velocity of electron, becomes very large by absorbing what? Energy from the photon. Then what happens now? The electron's path will be changed. Actual electron is moving like this. It is original path. Okay, and electron's path is expected like this. But instead of going in expected path, when this electron absorbs the energy from photon, what happens? Its new path will be developed. The electron will move in this direction instead of expected path. That means electron has absorbed some amount of energy from the photon, and this photon reflected from electron. When photon hits this electron, the photon will be reflected. This reflected photon can be observed by using microscope. By observing this reflected photon, we can understand that the reflected photon has lesser energy than incident photon. That means what happened here? From incident photon, some quantity of energy is absorbed by this electron, and the electron's velocity has become very large. That's why mass into velocity became very large. That is, momentum became very large, and it became uncertain. That's why the momentum becomes uncertain when the position of electron is located. So the position of electron is located at this point. Why? When this photon strikes this electron, the transfer of energy takes place, and we can see some scintillations here. The scintillation at that point indicates that the position of electron around the nucleus. And what happens? The velocity has become very large, and there is uncertainty in momentum now. That means when delta x becomes 0, that is, position of electron is exactly calculated, the delta p, that is, momentum, becomes infinite. So this is what Heisenberg's uncertainty principle stated. So that we cannot determine position and velocity of the electron simultaneously with an accuracy. This is what Heisenberg's principle, and we'll discuss the same with the help of a PPT. Yeah. Yeah, Heisenberg's uncertainty principle. So it is the important consequence of what? Dual nature of the electron. So this principle, that is Heisenberg's uncertainty principle, is a consequence of dual nature of the matter and radiation. Heisenberg's uncertainty principle states that it is impossible to determine simultaneously and accurately the exact position and momentum of an electron. Both we cannot determine simultaneously. Mathematically, this Heisenberg's principle is given as delta x times delta p equals to or greater than h upon 4 pi, or delta x times m delta v equals to or greater than h upon 4 pi. The same thing we can write delta x times delta v equals to or greater than h upon 4 pi m, where m is what? Mass of the electron, and h is Planck's constant, that is 6.625 times 10 power minus 34 joule second. And delta x is representing the uncertainty of measurement in position of the electron, and delta v is the uncertainty of measurement of velocity of the electron. The product of delta x and delta v is known as the product of uncertainty, or uncertainty product, we say. M is mass of the electron, which is equal to 9.11 into 10 power minus 34 grams. Minus 34 kilograms, actually. Kilograms are minus 28 grams it is. So this value 10 power minus 31 kilograms to take it. For an electron, the uncertainty product is very large as its mass is very small. As the mass of electron is very small, the uncertainty product is nothing but delta x times delta v is very large. See, delta x times delta v is equal to h upon 4 pi m. 4 pi value, and m is what now here? 9.1 into 10 power minus 28 grams we have taken, and here 6.625 into 10 power minus 27 erg second we have taken. So both all the values are taken in CGS units. And this value delta x times delta v is very large because this mass value is very less here. 10 power minus 28, in the order of 10 power minus 28 represents what? Very smaller value of mass of electron. That's why this product of delta x and delta v becomes very large. That means what we have to understand, for microscopic particles such as electron, so this product of delta x and delta v will be very large. So this is approximately equal to what? 0.57 erg second per gram. If delta x value is equal to 0, that is if the position of the electron is known accurately, delta V becomes what? Infinity. Okay, both are conjugate properties, delta X and delta V. Suppose that is delta V becomes what? Very large if delta X equals to 0. If delta V equals to 0, suppose, then what happens? Delta X becomes infinity. If the delta V value, this value, if it is 0, means accurately velocity is calculated, suppose, then delta X becomes what? Very large, that is infinity. And delta X equals to what? How to represent here? If delta V is 0, delta X equals to h upon 4 pi m delta V we take. As delta V is what now? Here 0, this delta X becomes infinity. And uncertainty in velocity of electron, that is delta V. Here this one we can understand as we discussed earlier. Here electron is revolving in a original path like this. In an original path it is moving like this. In this case it is the position of electron and some incident photon strikes this electron. Here the electron is also moving like a wave. According to Heisenberg's concept, electron is moving like a wave. That is, the electron wave has certain energy, certain wavelength, certain frequency. And what we have to understand is that this incident photon used must be having greater energy than electron's energy. The energy of this incident photon must be greater than the energy of electron. That is, when energy of photon is to be more, the wavelength of this photon used must be less. That is how to say the same statement. The wavelength of this incident photons used must be lower than the wavelength of electron wave. Then only we can exactly find out the position of electron. When this photon strikes this electron, what happens now? There is a transfer of energy change. Energy will transfer from photon to electron, and electron's velocity suddenly will increase, and the electron takes a new path. Okay, and this reflected photon from the electron will be observed through microscope, high resolution microscope, and it was observed that the energy of this reflected photon is less than incident photon. That means when energy of reflected photon is lesser than energy of incident photon, so its wavelength, reflected photon has greater wavelength than incident photon. Whenever the reflected light has reflected wavelength is greater than the incident wavelength, that effect is called Compton effect. COMPTON. Compton effect states that the reflected photon has greater wavelength than incident photon. So why there is decrease in energy of this incident photon? Because some amount of energy is absorbed by this electron and the trajectory of electron has been changed. That means what now? According to Bohr's concept, there is exact trajectory to the path of electron. But according to Heisenberg concept, there is no particular trajectory to the electron. There is no particular path, well-defined path for the electron according to Heisenberg's concept. An explanation of Heisenberg's uncertainty principle. If you want to measure the position of the electron in an atom, we have to use the photon of light having the wavelength less than the wavelength of electron wave. As we discussed earlier, the wavelength should be less for the incident photon. Wavelength should be less, indicating what? Energy of incident photon should be greater. See, the wavelength of incident photon should be less than the wavelength of electron wave. That is energy of incident photon should be greater than energy of electron wave. This high energy photon with shorter wavelength on striking the electron changes its velocity, changes the velocity of what? Electron. And hence when velocity changes, the momentum of electron becomes very large. That is, the momentum delta P becomes infinity, as lambda and momentum are inversely related. So when lambda and momentum are taken for the electron wave, both are inversely related to each other. So what is the condition to understand here? Whenever exactly position is calculated, position is measured, the delta P becomes infinity, as delta V and delta X are conjugate properties which are interdependent on each other. And the significance of uncertainty principle is that it rules out the existence of definite paths or trajectories for electrons. That means for the electrons, there are no well-defined paths. Electron may be revolving sometimes very close to nucleus or sometimes away from the nucleus. And the reason is that the trajectory of an electron is fixed by its position and its velocity together. But according to Heisenberg concept, position and velocity together cannot be calculated at the same time. That's why the trajectory is not available for the moving electron around the nucleus in atom. This principle, Heisenberg's principle, is negligible for macroscopic objects of higher masses. Macroscopic objects have greater mass, microscopic objects have very lower mass. So if mass is large for the macroscopic objects, the uncertainty product, that is delta x times delta v, becomes extremely small and is insignificant. Suppose we take uncertainty product as what? Delta x times delta v is equal to h upon 4 pi m. So if the mass value is more, if the mass is more, what happens now? If the mass becomes more, delta x times delta v becomes very smaller to be measured. So it is insignificant for the macroscopic objects. So uncertainty principle is significant for microscopic objects such as electron and subatomic. The Heisenberg's uncertainty principle is also applicable for other canonically conjugate variables. So the canonically conjugate variables are energy and time, similar to momentum and position. So what we have to understand is that canonically conjugate pairs indicate that the pair of the properties which are interdependent, they depend on each other. For the moving electron, there are two canonically conjugate variables. For the moving electron, how many conjugate variables will be there? There will be two types of pairs of canonically conjugate variables for the moving electron, namely momentum and position. They form one type of canonically conjugate pairs. If momentum is exactly calculated, the position becomes infinite and vice versa. The second pair is energy and time. The energy and time form another type of canonically conjugate variables which also are interdependent. For the moving electron around the nucleus, the product of momentum and position, that is the product of momentum and distance of electron, is equal to the product of energy and time, energy of electron and time. So this type of Heisenberg's uncertainty principle for other canonical conjugates in motion is given as delta E times delta T is equal to or greater than h upon 4 pi. This is applied for energy and time, the Heisenberg's uncertainty principle for energy and time. Similarly, delta phi times delta theta is equal to or greater than h by 4 pi. This principle of Heisenberg is applied for angular motion of the electron. And why Bose atomic model was disregarded after de Broglie's concept and Heisenberg's concept, we have to understand. In the Bose atomic model, the wave character of electron was not considered. That means, according to Bose atomic model, the electron is simply a particle and electron revolves in well-defined circular path around the nucleus. That is according to Bose atomic model. And according to Heisenberg's concept, there is no orbit at all. Electrons do not belong to a particular orbit. That is Heisenberg's concept. And according to Bose atomic model, the electrons revolve around the nucleus in the well-defined path, which is against Heisenberg's uncertainty principle. If the path of electron is clearly defined as per Bose model, both the position and velocity of electron are known exactly and simultaneously, which contradicts Heisenberg's uncertainty principle. That means Niels Bohr has given a specific value for the radius of first orbit of hydrogen, that is 0.529 angstroms. And he also gave the exact value of velocity for the electron in first orbit, that is 2.18 into 10 power 8, 10 power 6 meter per second, or 10 power 8 centimeter per second. He has given. Thus, Bohr's atomic model was completely disregarded after the success of Dulles' concept of dual nature of electron and Heisenberg's uncertainty principle. That means, according to Bohr's atomic model, electron was considered as particle, whereas de Broglie's concept and Heisenberg's concept have taken electron as the wave. Okay, the Heisenberg's concept and Schrodinger's concept have considered the electron as three-dimensional wave, but Bohr's model simply considered electron as a particle. Okay, next thing what we have to understand is that the de Broglie has given dual nature of electron, that is particle nature and wave nature.